First and foremost, let's get the critical stuff out of the way. Geezer, define it. Where's it come from? It's it's like folklore here. You've created it and everyone's using it around a club. So tell us a bit about the definition of geezer.
Yeah, when I went to London, I turned up at training and everyone started calling me geezer. And I was exactly the same. What is geezer? And I was doing Neil Ruddock's boots at the time. And I said, Neil, what's geezer? He goes, all you need to know is you're a geezer. And then afterwards, about an hour later, he came to me and said, geezer means good bloke.
Okay, so it's stuck with you and you carried it through here. Good work. All right, look, that's the icebreaker out of the way. 12 games gone, 10 wins, 1 draw, and a loss. Did you actually think we'd be sitting at top midpoint through the season?
If I'm gonna answer the question honestly, yes. We worked hard in the summer. We brought in quality players. We had quality here from last year. Everyone's put in so much work. I mean, the boys come back 8 weeks early. I mean, everyone declared their hand early. We needed commitment to get where we are. And did I expect us to be where we are? If I'm brutally honest, yes.
Yeah. So did you set any goals by throughout the season, like first quarter, mid-season, towards the end? Was there any goals that you set during the course of the year? And have you achieved some of those goals so far?
We have achieved some of those goals, but I was always taught one game at a time. And it might seem cliche, but I honestly believe it. As soon as you start thinking about end results, you lose focus on what's at hand, on the task at hand.
Yeah, you get ahead of yourself. You're right. Yeah, and what's been your biggest challenge so far in the season?
The biggest challenge, if I'm brutally honest, is referees, linesmen. You get some good ones, don't get me wrong, but you also get some bad ones. And you got to pitches that are subpar. I mean, I've got footballers. I mean, my whole squad, they want to play football. I've just left the training session over there. They're knocking around the ball in triangles, second to none. And I've been at higher levels, but there's just you can't deal with rubbish pitches, and sometimes we get subpar referees, if I'm honest.
Yeah, okay. You mentioned earlier on about building a squad, so you've scouted very well. You got the players you needed. So what sort of brand or style of football are you instilling in the team with the squad that you've assembled?
We have a couple of models that we adhere to. It depends on who we're playing and obviously what pitch we're playing on. But I'm a firm believer, ball on the deck, and let's pass, rotate, dual jobs if you like. But I also like the boys know the way I work. I also like the angle. If there is space, let's eat up the space, because at the end of the day, the goals are down that end. Yep. So the quicker we get there, the better.
And we've seen an introduction of 9 new faces into the senior squad this year. Who stood out for you?
If I'm brutally honest, they've all added something. Maybe not playing 100% the capability, a couple of them, but they're adding things in different areas. Leading, I mean, some have been carrying knocks, and they've all added something. They've all added something special, if I'm honest, to get us where we are.
That's good. And look, history shows that 46 points will see you promotion. You're 15 off the mark there. There's a maximum of 30 points up for grabs. That's 5 wins. Are you thinking about it this way, or what's the plan for the rest of the season?
As I said before, and I don't want to repeat myself, but I go one game and I don't allow my mind, if they see my mind going to end goal or where we want to be, then they're going to take their mind there. We need to stay present now, in the moment, in the game. And that may sound the way it sounds, but that's how we have to do it. If we're going to do it, and I want to win the league and knock teams off as we go. I don't want to just hope on results here and worry about math and 38 wins it. No, it's not what I'm about. I want to beat every team we play.
Talked about new faces before. What do you think of the young kids coming through?
We've got some great young kids, some really good young kids. I wouldn't have the young kids here. I don't do age. So if they weren't good enough, they wouldn't be here. And I'll tell you what, they've come a long way. I had a few of them last season, and that's why they've stayed on board. And a few new additions have come on, and they take direction from the older players. I mean, we've got experienced players here. I've got international players that have played full time, players that have actually earned $1 from playing football, and the young kids are taking direction extremely well. And I've got to add as well, the older boys are looking after them. You know what? If I was a youngster or I had a youngster, this would be a place where I'd want them to learn their football.
That's good. That's great. Talking about youngsters, the club's got a large junior base. What advice can you give to the coaches of those junior teams?
Not so much the not so much advice on coaching sessions. I mean, that's a long-winded conversation, but I just see small things that make me excited about what we have is the hours that these coaches put in. They're here early. I'm here extremely early. They're here. They use time to prepare. They prepare their sessions properly. There's actually a running plan, and they're not getting paid to do it. They're putting their heart and soul. And I'll walk around. I'm here early. I'll walk around, and I see the sessions they're putting on, and I can only thank them enough. When I shake their hand, I really shake their hand. I hope they feel it.
I suppose the fundamentals are there. They're coming here. They've got some C licence accreditation. They're doing their session plans and they're rolling out, which is good to see for the club. So all in good stead. Just on the team, the shape of the midfield has changed since the game against Royals, I think it was. What are you looking to get out of this change? Is it something that you had to do or something that you wanted to do? For example, you had you flattened the midfield, used to be a diamond, you had Izzy up there, you brought him a bit back. Was there a need for that change, or was there something that you thought about?
Yeah, we have changed the formation a few times, but I'm not big on it needs to be this formation and this is the way we have to play. I'm a firm believer that they're drilling. Don't get me wrong, these coaching licenses are very good. They're very good. I'll go on record and I've said it before, but we don't need to adhere to one style of play. I don't agree with it. It's horses for courses. It's horses for pitches. It's for games, teams we're playing against, and also injuries. Yeah. So that's why we've changed. And I dare say, you know what, we will change. We will change back, and then we might come back to a flat four again. It's just horses for courses, really.
Your intensity and passion is unquestionable. Everyone sees it here. Like you said, you're here at 4:30. You're 2 hours before kickoff. It's second to none. No one can even doubt you about that. How do you keep your drive? Why do you do it?
Quick, honest, easy answer. The easiest answer I can give. I see the passion from others around the club. And yeah, I am passionate, and yeah, I do want success for this club, but when you see people here washing kit, when you see junior coaches with session plans, I mean, they're 9 and 10 years old with session plans and setting it up, you know what, I feel obligated. And it drives me. I come here early because I want to be here and I enjoy it. But when I see others doing the same, we're all driving each other. It's a good place to be.
And what have you learned about yourself? I mean, you're short term. You've been only coaching in your coaching role. Have you brought your professional development as a footballer from the UK to your coaching?
I'm not that naive to say that I'm certainly still learning, and I don't think you ever stop learning. But I have learnt, and the boys may say different, but I have learnt to mellow a little bit. And there's certain issues that happen around a senior squad that as a senior player I just simply wouldn't tolerate, and it was black and it was white. But as a senior coach, when you're dealing with so many young men that have so many different personalities, you sometimes need to just calm down, take a back seat, and let some of your staff deal with it. Because we've got staff on board, Romeo, Zocchi, Tommy Daly. I mean, we brought Tommy Daly in. I mean, he's played NSL, for God's sake. I've got to lean on those guys. So I've learnt to actually pass a little bit of the burden on, and it's made my job a lot easier.
Yeah. Look, last question. What's in store for Steve Laurie moving forward? What are your ambitions for coaching?
Very, very simple. I have ambitions, and as long as the people that are involved at this club, unless they walk me out the gate, then I won't be leaving here, and I want to take us all the way to the NPL setup.
Well, that's certainly what we want to hear at this club. You've made remarkable inroads. You've built a team, and just on that, like statistics-wise, I don't know whether you're familiar with it, right? But I've had a look. As it stands, you've got a 63% records for win, 16% draw, and 22 losses. That's a record fantastic for itself, and I congratulate you for that, and certainly. We all wish you the best of luck for the season. We hope to see you carry on here for many years.
Thank you.
Cheers.
If I can just finish by saying the supporters, I've really felt you on board this season. I asked you to get on board when we had our club function post-season last year, and I've really seen you at away games, home games, supporting the boys, and the atmosphere around the club's great. I thank you for that.